Hey, I want to know, what are your favorite teachers from movies? Who's a teacher from a movie you
Who's
like?
a teacher from a movie you like even?
And to help us answer this question, we have a real-life teacher, friend of the show, Patrick.
Look at you.
Patrick, you go first. Who's a teacher from a movie that you just love?
Well, there's a few. If it was TV, it'd be a lot easier. I'd just pick Belding. But in movies...
Isn't he a principal?
It counts. He's an administrator.
I asked you, do principals and coaches count? And you said if they teach.
Does he teach?
There are moments. He teaches Zach moral lessons all the time. They have the best moments.
Absolutely.
It sounds like it counts then. Okay. But in movies, from cinema.
Well, so the joke answer I wanted to give you was Elliot Moore, who is the teacher in The Happening, which is everybody's least
Mark
favorite
Wahlberg.
movie. Yes.
But he's
What?
such a
No.
professor.
What about the honeybees? Aren't you worried about the honeybees?
He's just
Mark
it's so
Wahlberg
funny.
is
Like,
not allowed to be a professional of any kind.
I
It
know.
does not fucking work. He can't be an astronaut, and he can't be a fucking teacher.
I wish to God his acting had been like ironic. You know, like,
He just
it was on
can't be in a
purpose.
position of power.
He at one
doesn't
point in
work.
the movie, he literally says he's talking to himself and he says, "Do some science, douchebag."
I'm doing some professing, and you do some science.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn what anybody says. I fucking love that movie.
I like
And-
that.
and
That
I'll go to the
movie's
grave with it.
That movie's fun. But what's your
is
serious?
fun.
Yeah,
what's
what's
your
your
serious
serious?
answer?
Honorable mentions, real quick. I want to say Henry Winkler from Scream and
Oh.
Waterboy. So we got a double feature.
That was
We got
good.
Henry Winkler's
That
the
was
principal
good.
in Scream and the coach in Waterboy. Love it.
Take it.
Jim McAllister from Election. Played
Okay.
by Matthew Broderick.
Sure.
It's fantastic.
To his-
Fantastic performance.
To
Fantastic
his
movie.
male
But-
wallpaper. Mm-hmm.
If I had to pick one, I think we all knew from the start it was going to be Dr. Henry Walton Jones Jr., a.k.a.
Junior.
Jr., a.k.a. Indiana Jones.
Oh, that guy.
I didn't even think of him.
Well, hey, I think a lot of people, when you hear Dr. Henry Walton Jones Jr., they're not thinking Indiana Jones.
They're not.
I mean, we are.
I like the deep cut. I like how you did that there. Made me feel like I was part of a
See the cat
club.
already? See him already up there?
Fucking
He's gonna knock
cat.
this shit down.
Yeah.
You-
It's okay.
I
Our
think-
viewers love animals. So
I love him too. He's my everything. He's my world, but he loves to drive me crazy.
Just one thing about Indiana Jones. Here's why you want Indiana Jones as a teacher. He's not going to be there most of the time, and you can just take that
I
period
made that
off.
fucking joke when we were watching the movie.
I made
Last
it
Crusade.
before. Okay, credit to Lacey.
Yeah.
He literally taught one class in Last Crusade. He's out the first day, and then he dipped out the window and went on an adventure.
Oh, I gotta get
It
out
was
of here.
actually the students' last crusade that they
Right.
just that like pass fail. I'm speaking college talk right now, right? Yeah.
Lacey, what do you?
Oh, thank you. I would have to go with Coach Calhoun from Grease 1. He's just so lovable, and so I'm glad we can include coaches.
Oh, yeah.
I find that the best moment of the entire movie is him and Danny Zuko just trying to figure out what Danny's good at in
It's
sports.
sweet. It's like,
sweet.
I don't
He's
need you to
sweet.
help with a specific team. I just want to help you, son. And he calls him son. Son, I just want to help you.
He's just a lovable man and not creepy at all. And the adults in Greece are good.
So I have,
Which is all the students. Those are also adults.
yeah, a lot of adults in that movie. My answer, it sucks to have to praise J.K. Rowling, but
Oh
she was
my
good at inventing
God.
teachers, and there's lots of great
Matt.
teachers in the Harry Potter series. I want to
Douglas
spotlight.
Snape.
I want to spotlight from Harry Potter.
Snape.
From Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, Professor Horace Slughorn is portrayed by the great Jim Broadbent. I would say this professor and this role and this performance underrated. It's wonderful.
Huh.
I'd have given him an Oscar nomination. One,
thought you
this
might-
teacher, all he wants to do is just drink and party with his students, and he is like he's been teaching potions for 160 years. He does not give a shit. He hasn't changed any of his lectures in 100 years.
Senioritis all the time.
But he gives this very sweet and touching monologue about, I once had a goldfish, Francis, and one morning I went downstairs and he wasn't there, and poof. It's like so haunting and beautiful. So Professor Slughorn is my answer. That's who I want to
All
teach
right.
me.
Now, although that's a great answer, I think we all know that Severus Snape is the superior professor.
As soon as you said it, Patrick, I'm like, yes, Daddy, yes. That I want to please Professor Snape so hard.
And Alan
So
Rickman.
hard.
And you know you just can't.
I know it. I love it.
Sectum semper me, Professor Snape. All right, what about you, everybody? Who's your favorite teacher from a movie?
Is that scissoring?
Yeah, that's Scissoring.
What's your favorite teacher from a movie?
Not TV, from a movie.
From a movie.
If it was TV, we'd all say that guy from the Wonder Years.
Which one?
That's how we finish up. Ah!
I like Mrs. White better.
It's over.
What do you mean?
This is over.
The one who gives the fucking math teacher, who Kevin's like,
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the math teacher, but there's several teachers.